Welcome to the FAQ Shack. This is the explainer where we tackle your most requested topics head-on. Today we're diving into a molecule you've probably seen popping up in supplements or heard about online, N-Acetylcysteine, or as pretty much everyone calls it, NAC.
And this topic comes straight from you guys. We got this great question from Alex in Toronto who asks, "Hey, FAQ Shock, I keep seeing NAC mentioned everywhere for everything, from breathing problems to brain health. Can you break down what it actually is and what the science says?" Well, Alex, that's an awesome question, and you're not alone in asking it, so let's get into it.
All right, first things first, what in the world is N-acetylcysteine?
At its very core, NAC is just a modified version of a natural amino acid called cysteine. But don't let that fool you. It's been a heavy hitter in medicine for decades, and it's even on the World Health Organization's list of essential medicines. That tells you this isn't some fly-by-night molecule. It's a pretty big deal.
So while it's super popular as a supplement now, NAC really earned its reputation doing two critical, life-saving jobs inside the hospital. It's a true hospital hero.
On one side, it's what's called a mucolytic agent, which is just a sciencey way of saying it thins mucus. It literally breaks up that thick, sticky gunk in the lungs for people with things like chronic bronchitis. On the other side, and this is incredible, it's the #1 go-to antidote for an overdose of acetaminophen, Tylenol. It works to stop catastrophic liver failure in its tracks.
So how does it do that mucus-busting job? Well, think of thick mucus as this tangled-up net held together by these really strong chemical bonds. NAC comes in with its special little chemical group and acts like a pair of molecular scissors, literally snipping those bonds apart. The mucus gets thinner, less sticky, and suddenly it's way easier to clear from your airways. And this chart here shows its other hero moment perfectly. An acetaminophen overdose just tanks your liver supply of a critical substance called glutathione. You can see it on the chart. The normal level is at 100%, then bam! After an overdose, it plummets to 20%. But then, when doctors administer NAC, look at that! It brings those protective levels right back up to 95%. It's literally a liver saver.
So we know what it does, but how does it work all this magic? Well, the answer lies with that molecule we just mentioned, glutathione. That's NAC's secret weapon.
You can think of glutathione as your body's master antioxidant. It's like the head of the cellular cleaning crew, working around the clock to neutralize damaging particles called free radicals and protect you from something called oxidative stress. Honestly, it's absolutely crucial for keeping our cells healthy.
And here it is, the key connection. Your body needs cysteine to make glutathione. But often, cysteine is the one ingredient we don't have enough of. It's the limiting factor. So, NAC is basically a super effective delivery truck for cysteine. By taking NAC, you're just giving your body the raw materials it's been waiting for to build more of its own master antioxidant. And that powerful antioxidant mechanism? That's exactly why researchers are now looking at NAC for a whole host of other conditions, way beyond the hospital walls. The research is just exploding. Scientists are looking at its potential to help balance brain chemicals in conditions like bipolar disorder and addiction, its ability to improve ovulation and pregnancy rates in women with PCOS, and its general power to fight chronic inflammation, which is tied to so many health issues. There's even early work looking at it for endometriosis.
Now, this all sounds almost too good to be true, right? Which, of course, brings us to the catch. And we can frame this perfectly with a follow-up comment we got from a listener named Sarah.
Sarah asks, if NAC is so great, why isn't it used for everything? I read that it's not well absorbed by the body. Is that true? Sarah, you have hit on a fantastic and absolutely critical point. There's a big challenge when it comes to just taking a standard NAC pill.
And here's the catch in one number. Less than 10%. That's the oral bioavailability of NAC. It means when you swallow a capsule, a huge chunk of it gets broken down by our gut and liver before it ever reaches your bloodstream to do its job.
So that leads to the big question on the screen right now. If so little of it actually gets absorbed, how can it possibly be effective? And what are scientists doing to try and fix this problem?
Well, one of the answers is pure scientific innovation. Meet N-Acetylcysteine, which is kind of like NAC 2.0. You've got the original on one side and the upgrade on the other. See, scientists added a little something called an ethyl ester group, which makes it fat-soluble. This simple tweak basically gives it a VIP pass to slip right through our cell walls, something the original NAC struggles with. It gets inside the cell first, then converts to NAC, which boosts its effectiveness way, way up.
Okay, so after this whirlwind tour of NAC, what's the big takeaway? What should you remember?
Well, first, NAC is a molecule with many faces. It's both a proven hospital hero and a popular supplement. Second, its real power comes from that glutathione connection. It's all about boosting your body's master antioxidant. Third, its story is full of potential, with exciting research in everything from brain health to fertility. And finally, remember the bioavailability challenge? Standard NAC has a tough time getting absorbed, but science is already working on the next generation, like N-Acetylcysteine, to solve that very problem.
And that really leaves us with this final thought. As science gets better and better at getting this powerful molecule inside ourselves, what new chapters in health and medicine are going to be written by NAC? It really feels like we might just be at the beginning of the story. Thanks so much for joining us on the FAQ Shack. And hey, don't forget to drop your questions for our next explainer in the comments below.